You ever have that one game that always comes up in every conversation about video games that is always your go-to recommendation for a game? Well, Zeno Clash is that game for me, and I've never made a video exactly about why. So here's what's so great about Zeno Clash. At one point in the game, the player's party encounters a woman holding a pig wrapped up like a baby. The character Deidre remarks on the pig.
Hi there. That's a really nice pig you have there.
Pig? No, it's not a pig. Or at least not just a pig. This is my son, Gosney. Some months ago, I was surprised too, when I saw my little boy look like a pig.
I've never heard about that. It's never happened where I live.
It took me a little time to get used to, but now everything's fine. Isn't that right, Gosney, my little boy?
That scene, for me, parallels the game. Zeno Clash asks the player to accept some pretty strange things, but once you accept that strangeness, you'll find that everything is alright. And as a bit of a bonus, some of the oddity is explained along the way. What kind of strange are we talking here? Well, you are a human. Your siblings are various creatures. The Corwoods of the Free are assortedly not slaves to reality, which can result in cannibalism, eyeball removal, or lack of potty training.
He removed the eyes from anything that could see him. Luckily,
and also, appropriate clothing in Xenozoic is very different from what you may be used to.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
And then, at the beginning of the story, you've just killed your asexual parent creature, father-mother. That is your asexual parent creature, who looks like this. Now at this point in the game, I quit for the first time. Who the hell expects me to buy this, I was thinking. But when I stopped playing, the game kept nagging at me. I wanted to know what happened, and I wanted to know why. I quit the game several more times along the way, always with the sentiment, screw this weirdo game, but I could never leave it alone. It's a weird game, yes, but Zeno Clash has such a world to it. The scenery is strange and beautiful and varied. The aesthetic is unique, sometimes unflinchingly ugly, but it's so defined and interesting. And there are enough sparks of beauty along the way to keep you looking for them. Now back to that storyline that has you murdering your asexual parent. You play as Gap, but I never really felt as if I was Gap, despite staring at his hands throughout the game. And that's not a bad thing. Instead, it felt as if Gat was telling me a very vivid story, which is fitting. The story is not always told in the right order. Some of it unfolds as Gat's recounting events to Deidre.
Won't you go and look for something to eat? I can't go on right now.
It's hard to go on about this story without acknowledging that there is no real player choice. There are no books in which to read the backstory.
I'll be right back.
Some details are not nailed down. But that said, I think the story is told with just enough space to let your own imagination explore it.
Why father-mother
Early in the game, it can seem like the characters are a little blank. But partway through the game, I realized that I just hadn't learned what was important to them yet. Allies shift throughout the game, and characters' actions change. But they each have consistent motivations and priorities that are revealed slowly.
I never thought one of my own children would turn against me. I'm sorry.
And what of gameplay? Gameplay is, outside of combat, somewhat typical of an RPG. You move with WASD, items can be picked up, although there's no complex inventory system, and characters can be spoken to. In combat, Zeno Clash becomes a fighting game. Melee is the core weapon. Bare fists and feet are the basics, but at times the player can also access pistols, large melee weapons, crossbows, and skull bombs. The guns and crossbows, however, are not trumpet guns. They have limited ammo and long reloads and can easily be knocked from your hands. The controls can also feel a little wonky. At first I thought it felt a bit frustratingly unresponsive, but once again I found I just needed to embrace the odd. After I'd acclimated to the controls, the sometimes slight disconnect between the moves I desired to make and my ability to make those moves felt somewhat like the cliche sensation of punching in a dream. Zeno Clash is, even by my own admission, not a game for everyone. But if you enjoy bashing things on the head, don't mind a little near nudity of the unattractive variety, and want to listen for the voices of sometimes quiet characters, then maybe for you, morbid curiosity can blossom into love, just like it did for me.